What's up everyone, it's Mac, and welcome to my Let's Play. Unfortunately, my microphone decided to take a crap and just stop working, and I had no clue, so this is gonna have to be a voiceover, unfortunately. But yeah, just getting started here. First day, gotta chop down your first tree, get that first little crafts in, get the crafting table down. What do you think I make? I bet you I make a nice little wood pickaxe. But yeah, spawned in, just a desert, and not a tree in sight, but luckily didn't have to wander too far. And then there was this really cool village with these mesa like spikes in it, but the mesa's so small, it's like literally just those spikes. So it's pretty cool how like the village was built around this like spire here. And this village was actually really helpful in the start. I mean, just getting some basic food in, like collecting these hay bales here, and collecting some of this wheat. After that, I just went around and looted, and this is the cartographer's house, I think, and now you can't hear it, but I was like, wow, maps, let's go. So because I don't know, it just reminds me of like playing on the PS3 and the starter map you would get and how it would be the whole entire world that you got to see. So here I'm like figuring out, I never really use maps, but here I'm figuring out how to make the map bigger. So yeah, I'm scaling it up right there, but then I end up just maxing it out. So yeah, my plan is to just fill out this entire map, and then we'll kind of go from there. I have two other maps, so maybe this could be one corner of it, but yeah, now the spawn is all the way up in the corner of the map. Then I found this rune nether portal, but it was buried, and I spent a while trying to find it. Finally, I had the idea to dig down the pillar and see how far it went, and it went pretty far, so I'm glad I did that. And the chest was right there. And oh, my dummy. Yep, gotta break that. And it had some goodies in it. That chest plate was pretty good because it's got mending on it, so I'll have a little bit of protection for a while. Now looking at this, I need to go back and collect that gold block. But yeah, and then we placed down our bed and slept away the first night. So yeah, just still exploring here. I finally found some exposed stone, and then collected up these little bits of coal, and then made myself the stone tools. Yeah, and then I went and explored, and this is the first time I noticed the tropical fish, so I knew there must have been a what are those called? A sea, what are they called? A sea, what are they called? A coral reef. Yeah, found the savannah, and then this is my first time seeing an armadillo. I thought you had to punch it to get its little scoots, so I really just beat him up. Then I looked it up and realized that you just have to wait, and then they'll drop it eventually. Noticed this little cave, thought I might get a bit of surface iron. Didn't have to go really too far down. And I collected up a decent amount of pieces. I think it was like 18 or something like that, not too many. Yep. After that I headed up and out, and then it was starting to end of day 2, but then I noticed that pillager outpost, which would kind of become the objective of this episode, is to take on that thing and loot it up. I've faced them before and know that they're not that difficult, so I figured I could take it in the first episode. But I wanted a little base camp to come back to, so I just set up a little area here to get some things going, to smelt the food I have and the iron. Oh, found my first scoop. Never found a scoop before, so that was cool. I'm assuming you need more than one, so I don't even have a dog yet. So we're definitely gonna have to come back and collect more. Yep, got our first bits of iron and just crafted them up into a shear, a bucket, And I got a shield. Bang. Finally killed a mob. Yep, Monster Hunter. There you go. Oh, and yeah, he dropped his bow, and then I realized I had everything I needed but a feather to. My bad. Everything I needed but a feather to make arrows. So struggled there a little bit, but got arrows. Conveniently, there was a chicken right behind me when I had that epiphany, so that was cool. But yeah, now I'm just getting suited up. Already got that chest plate from the beginning, you remember? So had enough for some leggings and some boots, and I think I'm about ready. Got this axe right here too. I think it has like sharpness on it. I'm not entirely sure. And then there's these allays, but I honestly don't really know what you can do with them, so I wanted to like leave them. Maybe I'll go back and free them if I find out that they're not really that useful. But yeah, just showing you, this is pretty easy, especially if you got a shield. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention, I'm doing this in hardcore. I never really played hardcore before, or I've never succeeded in playing hardcore, because I don't take it seriously enough, so I always end up dying. But I'm really trying to be careful this time. But yeah, it was super easy. Went up there and just looted it. Got these smithing templates, so excited to check those out. Then I heard this guy on the roof, so I went up and took him out. And then exiting it, I was kind of talking some smack here. Obviously you can't hear it. But then my axe broke, so we had to hit the backup, which honestly probably hits just as hard. And then, you know, it's starting to become a little bit more difficult. But then I start taking a bit of damage here, and I panic a little bit. So I run back up. And I'm like, oh shoot, I need to get out of here. The day's ending. But then I'm like, oh, I can just hop out the side. It's so easy. So yeah, I just run out that way, and then I ended up getting away. It's also nice having those 2 golden apples in my back pocket. That way I know I'm at least somewhat safe if I get low. Oh yeah, the bow in the early game is so fun, and I needed to collect some wool, so I was out here hunting with the bow. Oh, ignore that shot. Bang. Oh, so got that crossbow. I never really used the crossbow before, so I found it pretty fun, and I've been using it since. It's nice to have it already like preloaded for you. It's pretty sick. Yeah, and then here I start working on a little tent design. Didn't really have a solid idea in mind, so this is just me kind of figuring it out or trying to think of a shape that will be good. Yeah, but then I had this leftover dark oak, so I decided to, incorporate some of that into it. This is from the Pillager Outpost. So I start making some type of like, kind of like an A-frame for it, just to give it some better shape. And then I realized that it'd look better if it was just completely sloped, so I went and collected a little bit more wool, and then I was able to finish the tent right here, and it's all done. Yay! So yeah, this is just where I spent my first couple nights. Then once I was done with that, I decided I wanted to go on a little adventure. So here I'm just exploring everywhere. If you pay attention to the map when it pops up, you can kind of see what direction I'm heading in. And because of the scale of this map, like, it takes way longer to fill out than like, well, I guess obviously every other map, since this is the biggest one you can get. So yeah, I just explored kind of along this river and over these hills, through this cherry grove. Then that's when I realized that that river connects from this ocean all the way into this land. And so yeah, this was really cool, this like big open cherry grove area. Oh yeah, got the music rolling in. Sounds great, sped up. It's at 10 times speed, by the way. Oh yeah. Then I come up right here, and then I notice this piece of land. And I'm like, that is sick. I love that hill right there, and the one waterfall coming out of it. So, I'm like, this is where I gotta build. I gotta build here. But yeah, I just explored a little bit more, and then I decided to head back home. Then, now that we're back home, I feel pretty satisfied with everything that we did today. You know, got this cool little starter area. And, you know, pretty much everything we need. And I got a plan for next episode of, like, where I want to be. So, yeah, sorry again on the audio, y'all. The next episode will have a similar thing. So, because I recorded the 2 of them before anything. But yeah, if you liked it, subscribe, like, or whatever. But, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Later, everybody, and peace.